this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a 3D globe. No cutting machine is needed. Here is the first globe that I made. It is the size that came standard on the file that I bought off Etsy. You can see it's about the size of my palm, and it has 2 holes on either side so that it can be on its axis and stand on its own. These sheets of paper are what the globe looks like before it's made. You simply print it on a color printer, then you cut out around the shape. Here you can see I have a larger version of the globe, which I had blown up and printed 3 times the size of the original shape so that the globe would be a little bit bigger for what I'm using it for. Now I'm laying out all of the tools that I'm going to be using for this project. From bottom to top, I have a rotary cutter, an X-Acto knife or the True Control knife by Cricut, a pair of scissors, a ruler, glue dots, and a glue pen. I'm going to start with the rotary blade and I'm going to cut off all of the excess space around the outside of the globe. I'm going to be very careful as I take off the excess so I don't end up ripping any piece of the globe. Now as I start to cut the lines around the globe, I'm going to use my ruler so that I can get a sharp, straight line. As I cut all around the globe, what I'm looking for is all of the red lines. Everything that has a red line on this needs to be cut. And then there is a blue-green line. Those lines need to be folded, and that will come later, but I just want you to notice as I'm doing this that everything I'm doing is on the red line. You're going to see me switch between scissors, X-Acto knife, and rotary blade, just depending on what kind of space I'm working with. I will particularly be using the X-Acto knife as I'm working in the corners or where, 2 lines converge. It won't be uncommon to see me switching between tools. One thing to remember is that those circles for the axis points need to be cut out. The next step is to use some kind of tool to put score lines or fold lines on all of those blue lines I mentioned earlier. Here I am using the Cricut Scoring Stylus and a ruler to create something for me to push the stylus against to keep a straight line as I'm pushing down to create the fold. I start off by doing the entire top side and then I flip it over and do the bottom side. This may be unnecessary, but my reasoning for doing so was I just wanted to make sure that those fold lines were going to be really crisp and really easy for me to do as I put the globe together so that I didn't have any pieces that look a little bit off or crooked. Now that I have all of the score lines done, it's time to put the globe together. I'm using glue dots and I'm going to put 2 on each of the fold lines. And then if there are places where I feel like it's necessary, I'm going to use the glue pen to add a little bit of extra strength on there. So right here you can see me using the glue pen. That's on those wedged looking pieces because I can't put 2 glue dots on those. So sit back and watch as I put the first half of the globe together. Once the second half is together, we'll put the 2 pieces together. Now that I've got both halves of the globe put together, I am going to put 2 glue dots on all of the tabs around 1/2 of the globe so that I can put the 2 halves together and not have to stop after every tab and put more glue dots on. On this last part, the flap that seals up the hole at each end, I'm going to be using glue strips rather than glue dots, just to make sure that it's really secure. If I were using the axis, I would do this same thing, but I particularly want this to be secure because I am using this for the top of a Christmas tree in lieu of a star. Okay, it's done. This is what it looks like. And just for your own reference point, here are the 2 globes next to each other. So again, I blew it up 3 times its original size. Thank you so much for watching. This project was really meaningful for me and my coworkers because we are submitting this tree for auction to raise money to provide Christmas for those students in our school whose parents can't provide it for them. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. If you have questions, please be sure to comment. See you next time.